Hey, what's going on, you guys? The Keith Carnes here, back with already another Osiris shoe video. Today we're going to be overlooking the Osiris D3 OGs. This is a really big video. Probably the most surreal video I've ever made. Probably ever. Never thought I'd have another pair of these. Osiris for years said that they weren't going to make these anymore. We did get a variation of these called the 4.0 around 2010, 2011. Unfortunately, I didn't have the money at the time, so I never got to have a pair of those. So this is a big deal, and I'm really, really stoked to show you guys these shoes. This has literally been a 20-year wait for me. That's finally come to an end this year, just like with the Graph. But these ones times 10. As much as I like the Graph, these are the ultimate unicorn shoes, if you will, for me. I never thought I'd be able to have a pair of, uncatchable, unattainable, just like a unicorn in real life. So really, it feels surreal just to see that right there, written right there, OG. And as you see, I got the more colorful pair with yellow and gray. The black on black I could have got, but I like color on my shoe. And I know majority of people prefer the black on black, which is cool, but I'm in the minority. I like more color to my shoes, so I opted for the grays. Plus, this is actually the ultimate color that I wanted in these shoes. So this is like the ultimate D3 for me. So let's go ahead and pop these suckers open, and here they are upon when you first open the box. See them? And it feels surreal to be able to touch and hold a pair of OGs. Put the other one back over there for now. And boom. You need to cooperate with me, paper. Boom, there they are. I actually pulled these out to pull out the foam because I want to show you guys inside a little bit. So here they are. These are pretty much very identical to how they looked 20 or so years ago. When I last saw them, we'll go ahead and go from the bubble part down. They still have this rubber band, which is basically just a hair tie, which is funny, but I'm cool to see that return. It was kind of a quirky thing. They have the original style laces. Pretty cool. They went with gray trim. Would have been cool to see yellow, but I'm not going to complain. Totally cool. Osiris written here, like the original, though it is printed on. It's not actually a physical rubber piece like it used to be, so that's a little different. Breathable holes like the original. Ton of stitching. Premium stitching, which is really always nice to see. Ton of stitching here. One thing they did change is there's no stitching on the actual toe cap. Kind of disappointing because this is glue, so you have to rely on the glue. I've never had a problem with it, but I know a lot of people have had problems with glue. So let's hope they hold up. Let's go ahead and turn these around. Move those out of the way. Turn these around. Here's the back view. Back view pretty much looks exactly the way it used to look on the original pairs. Osiris in the original font. This is really cool here. Kind of wish this was yellow. Kind of surprised they decided to black that out. It might have been black on the original color. But regardless, again, that's just kind of nitpicking. And look at that cushion, guys. I am so happy these are still clouds. Look at that. I mean, that is thick. You just put your hand, you just slip your hand on those. And that, I mean, it's snugged in my hand. These things are going to be comfortable as hell, I think. You got the new writing in the bottom as expected. Size 13. Side rockers. Tons of stitching. All of this on the side is the same. And here. So now, what is different with the 2022 reissue versus a pair from 1999 to 2002, their original, and only run up until now? There are some kind of slight changes. Most of them I'm totally cool with. A couple of them I'm kind of meh on, and I'll tell you why. Number one that you might notice right away is the side rockers. The loops here, these are from the D3 2001. These are not how they looked originally. Originally, this was all rubber. See, I'm pulling this with my hand. This is all plastic. Originally, this was all rubber, and these inner parts, these, you can hear that? How they're riveted, like, you know, they have rivets in them. These used to be completely rubber. Now, somebody on Instagram, which I follow Osiris on, and I'm always on there, pointed out that these weren't rubber anymore. And Osiris didn't respond, and I didn't bother telling the person, but the reason they got rid of the rubber pieces on this was because your shoelaces over time would tear through, and go all the way through this over time. If you really wore these and put miles on them, it just wasn't a practical design. And these were huge when I was a kid in school, and I remember multiple kids would have to tie the lace around like the side or something because they'd have a hole right here. That's why, at least I think. Osiris, I'm sure won't ever comment, but I'm assuming. Another thing that has changed, it's pretty kind of an Easter egg, is in here. Oh wow, it's really not going to pick it up, is it, for me? Now you just see the reflection of my TV. But inside there is the shock absorbers that are inside of the Osiris D3 2001. In the original OG shoe from 99 to 2002, there was a little Osiris symbol that you could see through that little window. It's kind of like an Easter egg, if you will. It's not there anymore. That I was a little disappointed not to see that, just because it would have been a cool little thing from the past. But that's nitpicking. I understand why they went with that. That's a lot more durable. Kids back in the day used to have problems with this, so this should be able to last longer, so that's pretty cool. Another thing that has changed, the one thing I don't like, is this dude right here. This is really flimsy. I can easily push in on it, and kind of makes me mad because this used to be really durable plastic. You used to be able to scuff it up. Kids would always have scuffs on this because it was durable. It wouldn't bend in. And now if you look closely, see the indentation? Now watch. Yeah, not cool. Kind of, I'm honestly kind of pissed that they use such a cheap material there, especially because these are $100 shoes. These are not cheap by any means. These are more expensive than most regular shoes, and even more skate shoes from other companies. They kind of went cheap there. Hopefully they'll improve that later. I doubt it. It's not something that's at the end of the world, but kind of annoying. Another thing that has changed is this dude right here. Right here. This used to be a plastic piece, actual plastic, and it would be like scuffed up from the cement and all that stuff just from average wear. Now it's a really thick rubber piece, and sorry for this unprofessionalism, bear with me, but if you actually knock on them, it's really thick and durable. So I actually really like that change. Totally cool. Doesn't make any difference. Iconic Osiris logo at the back. These same grippers on the front. A viewer of mine actually contacted me on Instagram, and he actually got a pair of these, and he had his paint rubbing off of here. I've been kind of molesting these to see if I could get mine to come off. I'm not really getting that. This one did a little bit. It shouldn't do that. I think he might have just got a bad pair. Sorry, bud. That definitely sucks. But I mean, at least it's something that's kind of on the bottom. You can see them a little bit on the side profile, and that's where they're missing paint. He touched his up with yellow marker. Definitely sucks when that happens, but sometimes you just get a bad batch. I've had bad shoes come in before, and that's it. And then, of course, this piece here, as I mentioned before, this is printed on now. Kind of annoyed with that. That should be that should be an actual physical piece, because that's just going to fade off with time, and then it's going to be gone. But again, it's just kind of nitpicks, and I don't want to nitpick. I'm really happy with these. I think these are great. I just wanted to go over what has changed, so you can make your own decision if you think these are still worth $100. I definitely think they do. I definitely recommend them. Like I said, the padding alone is just really well done. Osiris really killed it there. I don't know if it's as padded as it was in 99. Probably not. But there's still a lot of padding in there. And I think these are going to be very comfortable. And these are actually, along with the graphs, Osiris has confirmed these are officially going to be in their lineup. These aren't limited. The colors will be limited, like, you know, they probably, after when they take this away, they probably won't make this color for a long time, or maybe again, but the actual model is going into their normal lineup, so that's a big relief in case you missed the first drops. I know some people did and were very upset about it, so you will have more chances, plus other retailers will get them. One more thing I want to say is Osiris did acknowledge that they did change certain things, like with the stuff that I pointed out, because they wanted it to be a better fitting shoe. They said the original shoe wasn't as great fitting, and they're completely right. And kids also used to have a problem at my school with them falling apart. I don't see that happening. These are really well built. I can put pressure, and it just feels really, really good. Just pushing it, it doesn't feel like it's gonna fall apart. I mean, it's a durable shoe. So these puppies are badass. I'm so happy with them. Osiris, I know you're never going to see this, but I have to thank you guys for finally giving in and giving this to us. They even responded to me straight up, like, I don't know, a couple years ago and said that they were never going to make these again. And I guess they had to change of heart because they knew how bad people like me wanted them. And you done good. You done good. So awesome. That's the OG D3. Welcome back. So cool. It's like reuniting with an old friend. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for this shoe and the colors. So anyway, this is the Keith Carnes. Feel free to ask any questions if you have any in the comments below. And more to come. We're going to be comparing these to the 2001s. I have a ton of 2001s, so we will be comparing this to a pair of those and show you guys the differences. If you're not sure which one of those you want, even though the 2001 is more expensive, it's also a much bigger and complex shoe. So we're going to go down that rabbit hole next after this. Not sure when that video will be up, maybe within a couple days. I have a busy weekend, so maybe Monday. We will see. No promises. But anyway, this is the Keith Carnes. Thanks again, guys. Take it easy. Be safe. And I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.